a policymaker and land negotiator. Professionally, she ensures that the New South Wales Crown Estate is managed in the best interests of the people of New South Wales. Highly advanced in initiating, building and maintaining project partnerships and strategic alliances, Karen is not easily swayed by obstacles or others' disapproval. She prides herself in facing challenges head-on, and when the status quo doesn't make sense to her, she is not afraid to question it. Karen is inspired by entrepreneurial types because there is always something more to what you think you are going to learn about. Welcome, Karen. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, thanks.
Let's begin with what career path led you to where you are now?
Well, while I was studying a degree in environmental science, I volunteered as a ranger with the New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service. So once I finished my degree, I naturally went into work with the Parks and Wildlife Service as a ranger. I was there for about 8 years, loved it. Definitely the best job I've had. But I guess that gave me a really good sense of environmental management, protected area management, and I wanted to know more about that and work in that industry. So I then progressed to work for the Environmental Protection Authority, and that sort of was part operational and then part policy or office-based. And yeah, I really loved that, but I saw a totally different side from protected area management to, environmental pollution and events, those sort of things. So it was a slow progression to where I am today, working with the Office of Water and Resources and Management, different government departments. But a couple of years ago, I came back from Sydney working in our Minister's office, so the Minister for Lands and Water. And I saw an opportunity or a big change in government, and that was the approach to managing Crown land. So that brought me back to Newcastle and currently where I am today.
Karen, what motivates and drives you?
For me, entrepreneurship, innovation, that really, drives and motivates me, especially working with government, which is so siloed and sort of, a few decades back in some departments, especially where I am now. I think those are really important things to, where we're not achieving great outcomes, to look at what other industries and people that are really changing the way we do things. That really drives me.
What's been the biggest learning curve in your career to date?
Well, I have to start off with when I was a ranger with the New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service, firefighting, learning to become a remote area firefighter. I grew up in inner city Brisbane, so bush skills and operations in terms of fire operations did not come naturally to me at all. So having to come up to speed with some pretty serious, incident and environmental protection in terms of fire ecology, that was just all new to me.
So where would you like to be in 10 years' time?
I'd still like to stay with the New South Wales Government, but I think I'd really look for a role that has a mix of operational, field-based work and that strategic policy area. But I think I would probably have to balance that out with my creative interests and desires. So within 10 years, I hope to have a new little sort of side hustle up and running. And that's a sort of creative area and outlet for me, but also other creatives in Newcastle, because I think Newcastle's just changing so much and I'd really like to be part of that.
And to finish today, have you had any significant hunter-based mentors during your career that inspire you?
Yes, definitely. I mean, looking back through my career, I've had so many inspirational leaders. I am very grateful for that, but I guess recently, and what brought me back to Newcastle was the Crown Lands portfolio of the Department of Industry, and an awesome woman heads that up, and she is just so ahead of her game. She's our Deputy Director General of Lands and Forestry, and her name's Alison Stone. And she's been based in the Hunter for quite a while, but she operates, I guess, just differently to how I've seen a lot of other male executives in a very male-dominated executive world operate. Alison really is just a woman of integrity and intelligence and hard work. And I think what inspires me most about Alison is she works hard, she plays hard. Her travel adventures really, and her interests are really motivating and inspiring, and it just goes to show that you can have the professional career but also balance that with travel and fun, and she's just always there to soak up some inspiration and ideas from. So she's just a gem, and I really enjoyed working for her.
What an uplifting way to finish this interview. Thank you so much for your time, Karen.
Great, thanks for having me.